Queen of Cadbury is in the Everyday Gourmet kitchen, and that means, of course, lots of chocolate. And today we're going to be making cheesecake.
We are. We're going to make cheesecake again because it's always so popular. And today we're going to make a chocolate marbled cheesecake, which is perfect for a celebration.
Trish, I always love your cheesecakes. They're just always so lush, and of course there's lots of chocolate in it.
Well, it does help, certainly. And I also think because it's a great celebration thing, there should be a cheesecake maker pretty much in every family.
Exactly, and you're the cheesecake maker in our little family. What do we do?
Right, first things first, we have to make the base. So there's a 1.25 cups of chocolate crumbs over there and 80 grams of butter that's melted. And we just need to mix those together. You can always mix that up with the addition of some ground nuts or coconut or something like that if you'd like.
Yeah, yum.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to put some white chocolate melts on here and they're going to go into the filling. So approximately 200 grams of the white chocolate melts.
Yep. So we're using a variety of white and dark chocolate for this one.
That's
Trish?
right.
Yep.
The white will go into the filling and then we use the dark chocolate to swirl and give that beautiful marbled effect.
Beautiful. So what we've got here is a springform tin that we've just lined, greased, and we just pop that straight in the base of that.
Yeah, I actually like to put a little round of paper in the bottom there just so that when you're trying to get the cheesecake off the bottom of the pan, it just sort of helps it to slip off.
Okay, so we're just pressing that, making sure that it's quite even. Good job, Trish.
Yes, not too bad.
Not too bad.
I always like to press down really firm around the edges just so that it gives a really nice cut when you... Good job, Justin.
Thanks,
that can
Trish.
probably go into the fridge now, just to set it, can firm up for a few minutes. And whilst that's happening in the fridge, could you whip me up a cup of cream, please?
I can do that.
That looks good. Just enough. It just gives a little extra lightness to the cheesecake. Right, speaking of the cheesecake, I finished melting the chocolate. Just melted that over a little simmering water.
So glossy.
Yeah, make sure that you don't allow that water to come in contact with the bottom of the base either, otherwise it will overheat the chocolate. So in there I've got a couple of blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm going to put a little sugar in there too. And the Philly's been softened really well so that it beats up quickly and you don't have any lumps.
You can just do that in the microwave, can't you?
Yes, you can. Yeah, for each 500 gram block, about 30 seconds is enough, but chop it up first. Or if you're super organised, just get it out on the bench well ahead.
If you're super organised.
Super organised. That's right. Okay, we just need that to whip until it's nice and smooth. And so I'm going to add the gelatine now. Because there's chocolate in this cheesecake, we don't need as much gelatine as you might need for, say, a standard lemon. Because the chocolate's firmer, it will set the cheesecake really well. So only 2 teaspoons, dissolved in approximately 1/4 cup of hot water. There you go.
Beautiful.
Let that whip through. Okay, what I might do is just scrape down around those edges to make sure everything's combined really well. And then we might actually pop the chocolate in.
So that's cooled down just a little bit.
Yeah, we don't want it really hot straight from the hot water, but as long as it's, well, I mean, if it cools down too much, of course, it just goes hard.
That's right.
I'll pop that back in. And we can just let that whiz through for a second or two.
Okay.
Until it's combined. That should do it. And it will be time for us to put the cream through. There we go. And we just need to fold through that whipped cream. Yum!
We talk about pleasures in the kitchen. This is my favourite part, Trish, mixing the creams together. Look at that. Glossy.
Yum.
Like clouds. Done.
I think we're ready for the base.
Okay, I'll go get it. Okay, so our bicky base is quite firm.
Yeah, that looks ready to go.
Did a good job there, I think.
Oh, look, you're getting better.
Fantastic. So that goes straight in, Trish?
Yes, you can pour that straight in. Yum.
Perfect.
Look at all that rich lusciousness.
Yeah, make sure that we don't leave any. Well, just a little bit for me to lick
well,
later.
There's always someone who likes to lick the bowls.
I know. All right, there you go. Fantastic.
Okay, now what we need to do is to make the marbled part. So we've already melted some of the Cadbury dark chocolate melts here, and I've let that cool down. So all we need to do now is to drop spoonfuls of the chocolate over the top of the white chocolate base. Doesn't matter if you get little swizzles and swirls, because by the time we've finished, it'll be swirly all over the place.
When you are doing that marble effect, it is always important just to do the dollops first, but don't overwork the marbling either, or else it just sort of
otherwise
turns into...
you lose the marble, and it's exactly right. Yes, don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
I think the recipe says random. I don't think that's really that random, but by the time I'm done,
By the time we're done.
it will be really random. Hang on. Oh, there's a bit of random. And then what we need to do is just run a knife through and swirl it around. Any big pockets of chocolate you want to break up. Look at that. Yummy.
That looks phenomenal.
It does look great, and I think the great thing about it is it's a really easy thing to do, but it looks super impressive. So now it's ready to go into the refrigerator for about 2 to 3 hours, or if you've got the time, it makes sense to make it the day before and have it set overnight. But 2 or 3 hours should be enough.
Like art, just beautiful. That's perfect the way it is.
I agree. I think that whole swirly thing makes it look fantastic. Yeah. But what we're going to do, we're going to put a little white chocolate collar. So you'll actually find the instructions of how to make the white chocolate collar on cadburykitchen.com.au. It's a really simple thing to do. You just melt the chocolate, spread it into pieces, and then cut it. And then you can start to line it up around the edge. That's where I need another pair of hands.
Here.
If it sticks up against the cheesecake, it'll kind of hold it, which is good.
Yeah.
So they just need to overlap a little. And, you know, it doesn't matter if they're exactly the same size. You can cut the little pieces quite randomly. That can look really good too.
So I said it looked good, it looked like art, but now it's really turning into something like a...
Now it's something special.
Something very special. It almost looks like a cake that you'd get from a store.
Yeah.
This is almost like tempering. Is this what you've done to the chocolate?
Yeah, we've just melted that very carefully in the microwave on 50% power.
Yeah.
Just until it's, you know, just barely melted, and then you keep stirring. And as long as the bottom of the bowl doesn't feel any real warmth in it, you'll know that it'll be okay. If you need the instructions, of course, you can check for those on the website too.
You've got some great instructions there.
So there we go, pop that one in there. All right, you all hang there together, you people.
Stay.
Good. Okay, so just to bring it all together, a nice little purple Cadbury kind of ribbon.
When you think it's all done, Trish pulls out something else.
You've just got to... Well, I just think these sorts of things that you do can make it look really special. Yep. And seriously, to buy a little bit of ribbon is not a difficult thing to do.
Yep. I've always got some in the cupboard.
Me too. There you go.
Let's reveal it that way.
How good does that look? And you could fill that up with fruit or, you know, do anything you like. But I just think that look can look quite amazing. It could be done with dark chocolate too, this little edging colour.
I think I really like the white against the purple. That looks beautiful. And I really mean it when I say no one makes a cheesecake like Trishy.